Good morning, it's day 55 and I'm on my way to the road crossing to get picked up by the hostel. Got moving just before 8 and only have a 6.7 mile day. The Irish couple, James and Claire, are going to the same hostel, so we're all getting picked up at 10:30 at that road crossing. They got moving a little bit earlier than me. They claim that I'm way faster than them, but they're about the same speed as me. So they'll get there a little early, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna have a long town day today and rest up for a couple big days, 2.5 big days into Harper's Ferry. Still don't know if I'm gonna stay there yet to be decided. So I'll talk to you guys later. All right, we're officially done with the Shenandoahs. I am truly going to miss it because the Shenandoahs were one of my favorite parts of the AT so far, and I hope there's another section similar to it because this is just great. All right, that's all I got. So I just left Vibrissa, but I posted on my Instagram story, and the one of the owners, Jeff, saw it and he was in the back and he came out and introduced himself to me and we talked for a minute. And really nice guy, loves the AT community. They actually have a like a wash house that they sponsor, that you can get a code to get into as a hiker, and it's free to go clean yourself up if you're not staying anywhere. Really cool town, Front Royal, but I'll talk to you guys later. So my second stop in Front Royal was the Virginia Craft Beer Museum, or Virginia Beer Museum. But the guy from the hostel was saying someone wanted to just open a pub that didn't serve food and just beer, but he got turned down, and he was a lawyer, so he searched the code, and if you open a museum, you can serve what your museum is about, as long as it adds to the experience. So he could sell craft beer because his place was about a museum of beer. So pretty cool place. I'm going to eat at a Thai place and then head to the supermarket where the pickup spot is for the town visit and do a small resupply to get myself to Harper's Ferry. And I hear the resupply in Harper's Ferry isn't great, so I might have to get a ride somewhere or stay at a hostel where they actually drive you to a resupply. So I'll have to workshop my plan, but I'll talk to you guys later. All right, it's day 66. Stayed at Stumble Inn last night. It was a pretty nice place. I didn't sleep great, as I normally don't in new areas like hostels or shelters. But I did have the bunk room to myself, which was nice. No one was loud or snoring or anything. I'm looking at putting in 20 miles or more. If I can't do it, it's not a big deal, and I'll stealth camp somewhere. But the ups and downs don't look very steep today, and I've had a nice morning hike so far. Very calm and quiet. Once I got away from the road crossing, had to walk on the trail next to it for a little bit, and it was a pretty fast speed road, so the cars were kind of loud. But now that I'm into the woods, it's super nice. And it shouldn't be too bad for the next couple days into Harper's Ferry as far as elevation changes. So I'm going to try to get there in 2.5 days, put in 2 20-mile or more days, and then have a morning to go in. Apparently, if you visit the ATC center there, they'll put your information back down and give you a new hiker number. They track how many hikers come through the midway point. I heard they were somewhere around 300 right now. So I'll be interested to see what I get at the Amicalola Falls Center. I was hiker 1,486 coming through that southern terminus. So the hikers are dwindling out here, dropping like flies. The Irish couple, James and Claire, he finally has a trail name. It's Jenga, because he played me and Roadrunner versus him and Claire, and Roadrunner knocked over the tower, and he proclaimed himself the AT 2023 inaugural world champions. So he liked being called Jenga. No one can hardly understand him when he says his name is James because of his thick accent. So he wrote Jenga on the board at the hostel that they have for 2023, which I thought that was pretty funny. We need to get Claire a name, but they're zeroing at the hostel, so I won't see them for a while until I take another zero. They don't ever stop in hostels very often. The last 2 hostels they've done after a 14-day stretch of hiking. And I go to hostels like once or twice a week. It's just good for a resupply. I don't have to pay for shuttles. Like at Punch Bowl Mountain where Jesse dropped me off, they paid $40 each way to get a resupply. So that's $80 on top of their resupply. When if you stay with a hostel, it's anywhere from $25 to $40, and they'll pick you up and drive you to town for resupplies included in that. So that's how I've been planning my resupplies. I haven't paid for a shuttle by itself yet, so I plan to try and keep it that way. All right, that's all I got for this morning, so I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, I'm about 4 miles from where I plan on camping. I think I'm hitting 22 miles today. A little short from a shelter I was looking at, but I really don't feel like putting in the extra mile and a half-ish or so. Being on a light amount of sleep kind of drains me when I do a long day afterwards. So I'll probably sleep pretty good tonight. I've been hiking off and on, or I should say I've been breaking off and on with another group of hikers who I've been, passing back and forth for the past week or so. They were also at the Trail Magic. It was North Star, Statmaster. I can't remember the other guy's name. But then there's a fourth guy who's just section hiking, whose name is Kane. I don't think that's a trail name. I think that's his actual name, but I could be wrong. He kind of looks like Theon Greyjoy from Game of Thrones, mixed with Elijah Wood. But other than that, it was a pretty uneventful day. Not really any views. Everything's kind of, you know, low in altitude, so we're not getting those big mountaintop views. We're still having to do some climbs and stuff. I still did over 4,000 feet of elevation gain and 4,000 feet of elevation loss today. And it'll be around the same tomorrow. I'll be putting in around 21 miles, 21 or 22. I forget, I'll have to check the app again, but that'll just put me a short distance from Harper's Ferry, where I think the ATC does like a halfway point, like Polaroid picture for you. And there is a brewery there, so I'll have to stop in. I'm going to try to charge my stuff and see if a hostel will let me just pay to shower there. Don't really need to wash my stuff yet. It's treated with insect repellent, my clothing. So the insect repellent I use lasts up to 6 weeks or 6 washes. So you really don't want to wash them too often, and I just washed everything yesterday. So I have like fresh socks and underwear that I'll throw on after a shower. And then whenever I do another hostel stay, which will probably be early Pennsylvania or late Maryland. Maryland's not very long, so we'll get through that pretty quickly. That in West Virginia. I'll have to try to find a brewery in Maryland to go to as well. But I'm wrapping it up for the day, so talk to you guys tomorrow.